Hello, vinyl community, and let me say cheers with my new Bossin mug. Cheers. Actually got this as a surprise present from my partner. On the Facebook community page I showed my new tea set, gong tea set with the flying teapot artwork on the teapot, and also 2 mugs, which I've wanted that for forever since I saw those were made. But this one I didn't know even existed, so I'm really happy I got this as well. I'm using my mugs almost every day, and yeah, a little color always brightens up a black metalhead. So I will be showing my gong tea set in another video. This will be quite a huge update actually. I've been buying stuff from a friend, and also I went to the fair in Gothenburg, not this weekend but the weekend before, and got a few stuff. Not so expensive stuff, because I'm slowing down a little. But you know, to us vinyl junkies, that's not completely slowing down, I suppose, but just not buying too much stuff, not too expensive stuff. But I've got a huge pile in the living room, which I haven't even listened to yet, so this is the stuff I've listened to. So let's start off with the record that is playing in the background, and this is very different to what I usually listen to. This is not metal, this is not progressive stuff or psychedelic stuff. This is Morcheeba Be Calm, and I've had this on CD since it was released in '98, because an ex of mine didn't have much albums and played this on CD all the time, and I thought, what? At that time I only listened to black metal, so I thought, what the fuck is this shit? But after a while I found out it's really mellow and fell in love with it, and I've rediscovered this last year, and discovered it was out. It was also released on vinyl, so I had to have this as I'm in love with the CD. And it's a great cover. It's the original press. So look at that record play there. So Morcheeba, this is a kind of trip hop pop band from the UK, and I absolutely love the singer Sky's voice. She has a very jazzy type vocal, and yeah, this is the type of album you put on when you just want to chill, you know. You want to feel good, and you don't feel like listening to something really complex, you know. There's a bit of sitar in this, and a tiny bit of reggae. Yeah, very mellow dance music. So this is the only Morcheeba album I have. I also would like to get the first one. Yeah, I really love this one, so I'm really happy to have this on vinyl. Yep, let's move on to some singles I got. Dio, We Rock. Didn't have any singles with Dio, so I had to grab this one from a friend. And also it's a version of Holy Diver live in 1983. This on Vertigo. Really cool to have. I need more singles. I had to pick this up. I haven't seen this one before. Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Of course, a cover of the Alice Cooper song. cool cover there. And didn't have this Iron Maiden single, Aces High. And after I bought it, I discovered I just had to listen to the cover of King of Twilight by Nectar, of course, which was an English progressive band which moved to Germany and made, in my opinion at least, 3 really good albums. And this is from that song, King of Twilight, is one of my favorite songs from A Tab in the Ocean of Nectar, so from the 70s. So I think I'll let me see. There you go. That's the album. Original German press there. So the cover of King of Twilight is quite cool, actually. It's metalized. It's so nice to have that cover, as I hadn't heard that before. Okay, I bought one album yesterday. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. And just out of the blue, because I liked the cover and it was from the 70s, I bought it at a charity shop, so it cost $1 or so. New Heavenly Blue, and this is Educated Homegrown. The first thing in the morning I put this on today, and I was like, man, why did I buy this? Why did I buy this? It's kind of a Christian type of boring blues folk thing. With the first song has like a choir and stuff, like a church choir, and I was like, and the singer actually sounds like a clone of the actor and singer Jack Black, also from Tenacious D. He sounds exactly like Jack Black, the singer which called himself Christopher Craig, CC. So check it out, he sounds like him. But then I heard the song The Coming of the Rhino, and that track is really crazy and just does the whole album. The rest of them are quite boring, actually, but that track has some killer beats, you know. The drummer Mad Cat is completely, he's amazing. It's kind of funky beat and, you know, a bit fusiony. So if you want to check out what this is, just check out that song, The Coming of the Rhino, because it's really fucking cool. Otherwise, quite a boring album, but it's worth it, $1 or so for that track. Okay, let's move on to something else. This is Björn Jason Lind Ramadan, and he looks a bit sad. Actually, I found this at a flea market, and I got so sad because I've been looking for this chip, and it was written here in his face, you know, name, address and telephone number. So I had to remove that. So, but it was very cheap, like $2 or so. This is really cool. Kenny Håkansson plays the guitar. He's the guitarist from Kebnekaise, of course. George Vaderius from Made in Sweden, which I will show an album of later. And yeah, it's really cool. He's an excellent flute player, and he actually did play on the last Opeth album as a guest on Heritage. So really cool to have that. Really kind of prog fusion type of stuff. I played this in the evening while playing some board games, and It's really fitting this autumn. Okay, onwards, quite fast. 10 minutes already. Made in Sweden. I found this at the record fair in Gothenburg for, it was $10. I was completely amazed. Why so cheap? From a really cool guy, which I like. Really nice seller. And this is really cool. This is from the 1969, I believe. Yeah, 1969. Made in Sweden, Snakes in a Hole. And I talked of George Vadinis. He plays guitar, piano, and does the vocals on this one. This is kind of prog jazz fusion type stuff. They are quite a cult band here in Sweden, and this album usually goes for like $50 or so. So I'm really happy to find this cheap and in great condition. It just has a little crackle in the first song, so that's why he sold it so cheap to me. But it was a find, one of my first finds on the fair. So really cool. Also from the same guy, bought Candlemass 3, as I was missing that on vinyl. I have the CD in really great condition. I love Candlemass, the Swedish folk music, progressive band. On Silence, of course, like Bossin. And I need to get the first album, but this one and the second one I have, and they are absolutely amazing. Really, really fucking cool. So hope you guys find this one as well. I found that for like $15. Something I found very cheap was Congos. I'm looking for the album Heart of the Congos, and I found this one because reggae is very hard to come by good reggae here in Sweden, and and it's usually, if you find reggae, it's quite beaten up and also very expensive because yeah, it's so hard to come by. So this is from '79, and this is the follow-up to Heart of the Congos, and it's printed in Jamaica. So really cool, Congo Ashanti, and I love that cover. They are so stoned. And this is not as amazing as Heart of the Congos for me, but it's still a quite good album. But Heart of the Congos is like a 10 for me in the reggae genre, so really need to get that one. But this was really cool find for about $3 or so. Bought this one. Someone in the Facebook community showed this one once, and that picture got stuck in my mind. And this is quite a good copy. The vinyl is a bit beaten up, but I cleaned it and it plays good. So I bought this because it had McLaughlin on guitar, Chick Corea on electric piano, and of course Billy Cobham on drums, which I love. So this is from '74 on Vanguard records, and I did enjoy it, although I wish it was a bit more rock fusion. It was a bit too free jazzy for me, maybe. Not as spacey as the cover shows, but I enjoyed it anyway, and I surely will play this one. And of course, plays are excellent, as usual. Let me see. Found some Exodus for my collection. I didn't have any Exodus actually on vinyl at all, so I need to get Bonded by Blood as well. This was really amazing shape, so on Combat Records. So really cool to have some American trash. Let me see, some more metal, some Swedish, Candlemass at the Gallows and EP. I like my old Candlemass stuff. This was really cheap, like I found this for like $6 from my friend. It's from Nightfall, of course, and from 88, Metal Blade. This is with Messiah on vocals, and yeah, didn't have this EP at all, and it's really cool as a cover or a remake of Solitude, which of course is from the first album with the original singer. But this is really nice to have in my Candlemass collection. I got some records for free from my friend. One of them was Bossin. I hadn't heard Bossin before, but I always enjoyed the covers. So quite Arena Rock. This is his second album. I might have to buy the first one if I find it or get it for free as well. I got 2 copies of Equinox by Jean-Michel Jarre. This is the first one I found from a friend, and I found this weekend, and has another back cover there, and also I bought this one for like $1 because it was in better shape, and it has a really cool label which I fell in love with. This is a French press. Don't know if you can see that properly. It's a lady up there. So really nice. Maybe I'll keep them both or I'll trade them or something sometime, but as I got them both so cheap, I just had to get them. You know, when you buy quite a lot of records, you come to that place where you sometimes you buy multiple copies of a record, and yeah, I've done that a bit now. So one of my grails to find was Savoy Brown, Looking In. I got this, bought this from a friend, and I absolutely love that cover. It's one of my favorite covers of all time, I think. And of course there's some blues rock with progressive sound, quite heavy sometimes. It's really nice to have in my collection. The first and only Savoy Brown in my collection. On Decca, of course, so it's an original pressing, looking very, very, very nice. Nice to have that. Also got a reissue of progressive band Gandalf. Really nice reissue. It was completely new, so I bought this one. Gandalf plays, it's quite mellow type of progressive. It's not completely out there, and the vocals are quite how to say, mild. It's not as psychedelic or spacey as the cover, but it's really, really good progressive rock. So really cool to have this one, so I don't have to buy the expensive original. Okay, the last ones for this video. This is Masters of Reality, of course. and this is the original press with the stickers on. The sticker there. Really beautiful album. This is of course some stoner from the US, of course. Took the name from Black Sabbath record, put on an extra S, or actually some of the records, some of the pressings of Master of Reality did have the extra S. So, and this band and this album, it's stoner, it's alternative rock, it's a bit almost boring at times, but it's still interesting as a landmark. This is from '88, so of the beginning of the stoner movement, you know, with the desert rock of Kiss and those bands. So really, really nice to have. I got this very, very cheap from a friend, and it was on my want list. So, and it's in mint condition. The vinyl is looking so good. So really, really nice to have. Okay, the last ones. This is the same artist, 3 albums. This is not a hard to come by artist at all in Sweden. She has made many albums and she's still active, but I've seen them lots of times in different stores, and especially flea markets and stuff, and they're usually not so expensive at all. But I'm discovering lots of Swedish music, and these were quite common in Swedish homes and really enjoyable. This is Meerut Hemmingsen, Hova, and really nice copy of this one, still glossy. And this is Swedish folk music on beat. And Meerut Hemmingsen, she plays the Hammond organ, and just puts. She makes her own versions of Swedish folk music on beat. So it's really cool drumming and lots of organ. On this one, Joje Vaderius from Made in Sweden, which I show there, is on as well. This is her best one, in my opinion. A really cool cover. So nice. I found this for $1 or so, and I found on the fair I found second one in her trilogy of Swedish folk music, Trollskog. It's like troll forest in Sweden. Mer svensk folkmusik på beat. More Swedish folk music on beat. So it's really cool. There she is playing her organ. And nice copy of that also. Did find another copy which I will send to a VC member of this one. And this has a nice picture of John Bauer, the Norwegian painter, also, which I absolutely adore. So really cool. This is good one as well. And this is a more beat up copy, but it's still, I need to find an upgrade copy, but I've got this for free from a friend. And this is Bergtagen, Meerut and Folkmusikgruppen, the folk music group. So, really cool. Also more Swedish folk music there. Yeah, so I do enjoy all 3 of these even though Huva is the absolute best one in my opinion. So if you find those, buy them. If you find those cheap, and if anyone in the YouTube community wants a copy of a Meerut Hemmingsen record or so, you can just let me know so we can trade or something, because I can find more of those. So if you like Bo Hansson, maybe you like some Meerut. She's like not a version of Bo Hansson in any way, but she plays the Hammond almost just as good as Bo, in quite a different way, but still quite swinging and yeah, proggish. So that was my vinyl update for today, and I'll be back when I've listened to more stuff. And yeah, be well. Bye.